Falchagou Gali Antur.
Bienvenue à votre émission de musique celtique, écossaise et irlandaise. Avec vos animateurs,
Le quartier maître Bruce Sinclair.
et la cartographe Margaret McLennan.
Vous y entendrez de la musique, mais aussi des petites capsules culturelles, des rires et des foleries.
Et naturellement, n'oubliez surtout pas de préparer votre shop, car nous aurons notre traditionnel toast, bien entendu.
Alors, montez le volume, asseyez-vous confortablement. Votre émission hebdomadaire commence maintenant.
Bonsoir à tous et bienvenue à une autre émission du Gali Antur en ce 29 juillet 2025. Et oui, juillet achève ou va bientôt commencer. Oh boy. Bref, une émission tout en musique encore une fois, car nous sommes encore un petit peu en vacances, ça fait du bien qu'on en profite. Fait que, là-dessus, je vous laisse à l'écoute de cette belle musique. Il y a moyen de chatter. Je répondrai de temps en temps. Je verrai. Puis, ne vous gênez pas pour discuter entre vous. Parce qu'on passe nous, on reprend le temps de lire des fois les discussions. Voilà. Fait que c'est parti en musique avec Gali Antur Ballade. Bonne soirée à tous.
Sailing through the wild storm on the Gali Antur, we go with Bruce Sinclair and Margaret McLennan. Tales of seas they sow, battling the waves that crash, brave hearts beating fast, adventures on this ship, stories that will forever last. From the shores of old Scotland to the lands across the sea, the Gali Antur takes us where no one else would be. From pirates and sea monsters to treasure buried deep, Bruce and Margaret fearlessly sail with secrets they will keep. Oh, the Gali Antur, a vessel so grand with Bruce and Margaret, sailing hand in hand they sing of epic tales, and the oceans they roll, the legends of the sea, forever our hearts below.
Dura misha foeshler Mosse vategnis migeri O hi huling let Hiriva o ring yo elendeng O he huling let Mashe krua se churtanye Mashe lepi churtanye me O he huling let Hiriva o ring yo elendeng O he huling let Mashin tiask de chonin gyala Mashin arong de lokvara O he huling let Hiriva elinden o healing land.
was a young maiden who lived all alone. She lived all alone on the shore. Oh, there's nothing she could find to comfort her mind but to roam all alone on the shore, shore, shore. But to roam all alone on the shore. 'Twas of a young captain who sailed the salt sea. Let the winds blow higher, blow low. Oh, I will die, this young captain did cry. If I can't get that maid from the shore, shore, shore. If I can't get that maid from the shore. I have lots of silver, I have lots of gold, I have lots of costly ware. Oh, I'll divide with my jolly ship's crew. If they'll row me that maid from the shore, shore, shore. If they'll row me that maid from the shore. After much persuasion, they got her on board. Let the winds blow higher, blow low. Where they placed her away in his cabin below. Here's a due to all sorrow and care, care, care. Here's a due to all sorrow and care. They placed her away in his cabin below. Let the winds blow higher, blow low. She's so pretty and neat, she's so sweet and complete. She's a captain and sailors to sleep, sleep, sleep. She's a captain and sailors to sleep. She robbed him of silver, she robbed him of gold, she robbed him of costly ware. Oh, then took his broadsword instead of an oar and paddled her way to the shore, shore, shore. And paddled her way to the shore. Your men must be crazy, your men must be mad, your men must be deep in despair. Oh, but to let her away with her beauty so gay, and to paddle her way to the shore, shore, shore. And to paddle her way to the shore. Your men was not crazy, your men was not mad, your men was not deep in despair. Oh, I deluded your sailors as well as yourself. I'm a maiden again on the shore, shore, shore. I'm a maiden again on the shore. There was a young maiden who lived all alone. She lived all alone on the shore. Oh, there's nothing she could find to comfort her mind but to roam all alone on the shore, shore, shore. But to roam all alone on the shore.
In dreams I could dwell anywhere. Oh, give me a castle and I'd build up my borders of stone up so high. Run in my direction, here you'll have protection. For I'll never let any in if I'm kind. Run to me, love, like rainfall, fall of thunder. Run to me, love, my heartbeat, your gate. Run to me, love, like a horse to a stable, where never you'll want and never you'll wait. Oh, I would ramble anywhere. Oh, give me an ocean, any vessel built for speed, or wooden or steel. No prisoners for pirates, no troubles may find us. There's no doubt that time does awake or asleep. So run to me, love, like rivers run to oceans. Run to me, love, relentless your pace. Run to me, love, with the swiftness of currents, and overtake the land on a wind as you race. I couldn't love anyone more than I love you, darling. The complete edge of madness where passion runs free. My pride and my pleasure all wrapped up together. My equal, my center, there's no other for me. So run to me, love, like nightfall follows twilight. And run to me, love, awake or in dreams. Run to me, love, till there's no light between us, ever closer than a wick to a flame. Sing me of the mountain, sing me of the crown, long songs of the warbler to have with our tea. Oh, sing of your yearning, sing of returning to be welcomed home in cathedrals of trees. Run to me, love, like a vine climbs to sunlight, and run to me, love, with blossoming green. Run to me, love, like a wild chorus lifting, sing blackbirds and robins and thrushes with me. Run to me, love, like rainfall follows thunder, and run to me, love, relentless your pace. Run to me, love, stray not from my chamber, where never you'll want and never you'll wait. Farewell to you, my own true love, for I'm sailing far away. I am bound for Valparaiso, but I know that I'll be back someday. So fare thee well, my own true love, for when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I am bound for Valparaiso by way of Old Cape Horn, and I fear that I will rule the day and the hour that I was born. So fare thee well, my own true love, for
I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I am bound upon a Yankee sailing ship, Davy Crockett is her name, and Burgess is the captain of her, and I hear that she's afloat in shame. So fare thee well, my own true love, for when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. 'Tis me second passage with old Burgess, and I think I know him well. If a man's a sailor, he can get along, if not, he's sure in hell. So fare thee well, my own true love, for when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Oh, the sun is on the harbor, love, and I wish I could remain, for I know it will be a long, long time before I see you again. So fare thee well, my own true love, for when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. So fare thee well, my own true love, for when I return united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee.
I've been a wild rover for many's the year, and I've spent all me money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold in great store, and I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. I went into an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady me money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Such a custom as yours I could have any day. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. No, never, no more. Took out from me pocket 10 sovereigns bright, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She says I have whiskies and wines of the best, and the words that she told me were only in jest. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover. Never, no more. I'll go home to my parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And when they've caressed me as oft times before, then I never will play the wild rover no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more. And it's no, nay, never, no, nay, never, no more will I play the wild rover, no, never, no more.
tired green ribbon all around this camp, and nothing but no is the money yet. Lady Marianne was a flower in the dew. Sweet was it smell like honey, was it you? The longer it blossomed, the sweeter it grew, and the lily in the pot will be wanting yet. Young Charlie Cochrane was the sprout growing egg, bonny blooming and stropped was its make. The sun took delight, they shine for its sake, and it will be black for the forest yet. Someone's game, the leaves that are green, gone are the days that we have seen, but far better days I trust will come again. For my bonny man is young, but he's growing yet.
The seafaring life, I know it right well. It's a fool's paradise, the truth I will tell. When you're caught in the storm between heaven and hell, you pray just to see one more morn. But likewise on land, there's hardships galore. Poor innocent sailors end up sick and sore. There's horrible things that can happen ashore, and you'll wish that you'd never been born. Yes, you'll wish that you'd never been born.
In the port we rant and roar, drink like hell, call for more. There's not but trouble on the shore for a sailor boy like me.
Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song. Drunk as skunks and money gone, when will we ever learn?
On the shore we take our spending money as you please. Thank God it's just a 3-day leave, we couldn't take much more.
Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song. Drunk as drunks and money gone, when will we ever learn?
All the lassies love us so, they cling to us, the whiskey flows, have us sailors well in tow till we return to sea.
Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song. Drunk as drunks and money gone, when will we ever learn?
Stormy seas and living gales can make the strongest spirit fail. Irish sailors hard as nails, that's what we tell ourselves.
Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song. Drunk as drunks and money gone, when will we ever learn?
So take heed, all ye sailors who venture ashore. Beware of the pitfalls that might be in store. With the lassies and the drinking, you'll be tattered and torn. You'd be safer at sea in a storm. Oh, much safer at sea in a storm.
Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song. Drunk as drunks and money gone, when will we ever learn? Back to sea where we belong, away from women, wine and song. Drunk as drunks and money gone, when will we ever learn? Hey!
Waar heb je been, say brolad? Waar heb je been, say branchio? Waar heb je been, say brolad? Kom je bij Kelly Crankio? And ye had been where I had been, you had been, say Cantio. And ye had seen what I had seen on the blaze of Kelly Crankio. I fought at land, I fought at sea, I'd pay my fought my Antio. And I met the devil and Dundee on the blaze of Kelly Crankio. And ye had been where I had been, you wouldn't have been say Cantio. And ye had seen what I had seen on the blaze of Kelly Crankio. And ye had been where I had been, couldn't have been say Cantio. And ye had seen what I had seen on the blaze of Kelly Crankio. The Baltic car, he fell in the fort, and Clevis got a Clankio. A riot fed, an apple glade, on the blaze of Kelly Crankio. And ye had been where I had been, couldn't have been say Cantio. And ye had seen what I had seen on the blaze of Kelly Crankio. By Mackay, what got you lie, and a bush of onion branchio. He better kiss King while he's alive, and come by Kelly Crankio. And ye had been where I had been, you wouldn't have been say Cantio. And ye had seen what I had seen on the braes of Kelly Crankio. Well, it's nae shame, it's nae shame, it's nae shame to to Shankio. Or the Sursleys on Athol Brace, and the deers at Killicrankio. And ye had been more right, been good na been say Cantio, and ye had seen what I had seen on the braes o' Killicrankio.
I am a decent Irishman, just come from Ballyfad. Oh, I want a situation and I want it mighty bad. A position I saw advertised, 'tis a thing for me, says I. With a dirty spout being ended with, no Irish need apply. Oh, says I, but that's an insult, but to get this place I'll try. So I went to see the blackguard with, no Irish need apply. Well, some may think it a misfortune to be christened Pat or Dan, but to me it is an honour to be born an Irishman. Well, I started out to find this chap. I found him mighty soon. He was seated in a corner, he was reading the Tribune. When I told him what I came for, he in a rage did fly. And he says, you are a paddy and no Irish need apply. Then I felt me dander rising that I'd like to black his eye, to tell the decent gentleman no Irish need apply. Well, some may think it a misfortune to be christened Pat or Dan, but to me it is an honour to be born an Irishman. Well, I couldn't stand his nonsense, so I howled if him I took, and I gave him such a baiting as he'd get in Donnybrook. And he hollered meal a murder, and to get away did try, and he swore he'd never write again, no Irish need apply. He made a big apology, I bid him then goodbye, saying when next you want a baitin' right, no Irish need apply. Well, some may think it a misfortune to be christened Pat or Dan, but to me it is an honour to be born an Irishman. Well, I've heard that in America it always is the plan that an Irishman is just as good as any other man. A home and hospitality they never will deny, to strangers here or ever right, no Irish need apply. Ah, but some black sheep are in the flock, a dirty lot, says I. A decent man will never write, no Irish need apply. Well, some may think it a misfortune to be christened Pat or Dan, but to me it is an honour to be born an Irishman. Now old Ireland on the battlefield a lasting fame is made. You all have heard of Maher's men and Corcoran's brigade. Though fools may flout and bigots rave, fanatics they may cry, but when they want good fighting men, the Irish may apply. And when for freedom and for right they raise the battle cry, those rebel ranks will surely think no Irish need apply. Well, some may think it a misfortune to be christened Pat or Dan, but to me it is an honour to be born an Irishman.
She went down last October in a pouring driving rain. The skipper he'd been drinking and the mate he felt no pain. The 3 mile rock and she was dealt her mortal blow.
and the Mary Ellen Carter settled low. There were 5 of us aboard her when she finally was awash. We worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost. She gave us, she went down, it caused us to proclaim, let the Mary Ellen Carter rise again.
Rise again, rise again, rise again, rise again. Let her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again.
Now the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. She gave 20 years of service, boys, and met her sorry end.
Met her sorry
Friends
end.
paid the loss to us, so let her rest below. And they laughed at us and said we had to go. We talked of her all winter, some days around the clock. She's worth $250,000 afloat and at the dock. Every joy that hit the bar, we swore we would remain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again.
Rise again, rise again, rise again, rise again. Let her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again.
All spring now we've been with her on a barge rent by a friend. 3 dives a day in hard hat suit and twice I've had the bend. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, for I never had the strength to go below.
Go below.
We've stopped the beds, hatched a red stock hatch and portal down, but gave us to her fore and aft and girded her around.
Girded her around.
Then we hit the air and then take up the strain and watch the Mary Ellen Carter rise again.
Rise again, rise again, rise again, rise again. Let her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again.
Oh, we could not leave her there, you see, to crumble into scale. She'd saved our lives so many times of living through the gale. And the drunken rats who left her to a sorry grave, they won't be laughing in another day. And you to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go.
Put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again.
Rise again, rise again, rise again. Let her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again, rise again, rise again. Though your heart may be broken and your life about to end, no matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend. Like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again.
As I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains, met with Captain Farrah and this money he was counting. I first produced my pistol and then produced my rapier, saying stand and deliver, the devil he may take you. I counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. Put it in my pocket and I took it home to Molly. She swore that she'd love me, no never would she leave me. But the devil take that woman, for you know she chicked me easy. Ring the badoo da da. Wait for the daddy-o, wait for the daddy-o, that's whiskey in the jar. Ring the badoo da da. Wait for the daddy-o, wait for the daddy-o, that's whiskey in the jar. Being drunk and weary, I went to Molly's chamber, taking Molly with me, but I never knew the danger. 4 or 6 or maybe 7, in walked Captain Farrell. I jumped up, fired my pistols, and I shot him with both barrels. Ring the badoo da da. Wait for the daddy-o, wait for the daddy-o, that's whiskey in the jar. Ring the badoo da da. Wait for the daddy-o, wait for the daddy-o, that's whiskey in the jar. cannonball a roaring. Me, I like sleeping, especially in my Molly's chamber. But here I am in prison, here I am with a ball and chain. Yeah. Mushering dum-a-doo dum-a-da. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the daddy-o. That's whiskey in the jar. Mushering dum-a-doo dum-a-da. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the daddy-o. That's whiskey in the jar. Mushering dum-a-doo dum-a-da. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the daddy-o. That's whiskey in the jar. Mushering dum-a-doo dum-a-da. Whack for the daddy-o. Whack for the daddy-o. That's whiskey in the jar.
Is friggin' Gali Antur. Ni er din bas brelli Sama heit sev golio Slam kort kita veit Era hio bene gladas chiron Smörna bebesi Smeiti hande wio Rahame barak Yanu Lama van haar Gan kaatje gan bar Gan grani braker bilia Nakti u jorden queer Maria Sorrow hakt mar jeg Stuffe kintoren amar Come by the hills to the land where legend remains of old fill the heart and may yet come again where the past has been lost and the future is still to be won and the cares of tomorrow till this day is done And the cares of tomorrow can't wait till this day is done
Into the icy gale, the whale, the fish are leading us astray. Down below the darkest green, I've seen a world my courage will betray. Waves are crashing, rising to the sky, dancing with my soul, my head held high. Oh, a waking dream swept over me, be free, it whispered, drift out with the tide. Open up the gates, untie the rope in hope of finding who's inside. The clouds are rolling in my heart, be strong. Thunder like the rhythm to my song. Whichever way the road shows me, I know the wind will blow me home. 1,000 miles of life at sea, but I will never be alone. Between the devil and the deep, I seek truth. Maybe it is seeking me. And when I see the end, my friend, I know exactly where I want to be. The wind is calling, whispering to me, singing with the chorus of the sea. Oh, whichever way the road shows me, I know the wind will blow me home. 1,000 miles of life at sea, but I will never be alone. Shows me, I know the wind will blow me home. 1,000 miles of life at sea, but I will never be alone. Well, I know you and who you are, a star, a constellation far above. And I am just a traveler, a gatherer of everything I love. The sun is falling, fading out of sight. The fire inside will guide me through the night. Oh, whichever way the road shows me, I know the wind will blow me home. 1,000 miles of life at sea, but I will never Yes, I remember one September, taking arms up to the ground, beaten up and broken down. And the maid that Connacht gave us, who could save us from our shame? Grace O'Malley was her name. Granuel, the pirate queen, fashion eyes so wild and grey. I was only 17, boys, I had no right to be in Grace O'Malley's company. Our solution, retribution, revolution in the air. Sailed we from the County Clare, and the galleon or battalion aboard a British crest sent the Powling from the west. Granuel, the pirate queen, fashion eyes so wild and grey. I was only 17, boys, I had no right to be in Grace O'Malley's company. We adored her even more, sir, when the order came around with an offer from the crown. Hike the Thames, boys, up the Thames, boys. There's Gracie, breath to breath, with the one Elizabeth. Granuel, pirate queen, fashion eyes so wild and grey. I was only 17, boys, I had no right to be in Grace O'Malley's company. Just a 1,000 men, love I never found again. She was often innocent, boys, the pure light was she, a Grace O'Malley's company. well to Prince's Landing Stage, River Mersey, fare thee well. I am bound for California, it's a place that I know right well. I have signed on a Yankee clipper ship. Davy Crockett is the name, and Virgie's the captain of her, and they say she's a floating shame. So very well, my own true love, and when I return, united we'll be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. I have sailed with Burgess once before. He's a man that I know right well. If a man is a sailor, he can get along, and if nothing is sure in hell. So very well, my own true love, and when I return, united we'll be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Oh, the sun is on the harbor, love, and I wish I could remain, for I know it will be a long, long time before I see you again. So very well, my own true love, and when I return, united we'll be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. So very well, my own true love, and when I return, united we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee.
In the village of Kilgore there is mighty young and fair. Her eyes shine like diamonds, she has down in golden hair. The horseman he comes riding up to the Pharaoh's gates. On the pure white stallion he come to at the strike of hate. Step it on Mary, my thunder, step it on Mary if you can. Step it on Mary, my thunder, show legs to the countrymen. Step it on Mary, my thunder, step it on Mary if you can. Step it on Mary, my thunder, show legs. I have come to call your daughter Mary, have the golden hair. I have got an eye of silver, I have beauty uncompared. I will buy silk and satin and a ring for her. She shall have a mansion, she have servants to come in. Step it up, man, my thunder. Step it up, man, if you can. Step it up, man, my thunder. Show legs to the countryman. Step it up, man, my thunder. Step it up, man, if you can. Step it up, man, my thunder. Show legs. I don't want your let's see the I don't want your land. I'm gone with the soldier, I promise in my hand. But if I smoke up chopping, you will do as I command. You get married on Sunday and you win at wedding band. Step it up, man, my thunder. Step it up, man, if you can. Step it up, man, my thunder. Show legs to the countryman. Step it up, man, my thunder. Step it up, man, if you can. Step it up, man, my thunder. Show legs to the countryman. There is a deep stream flowing by. On a wedding day at midnight, she drones with a soldier boy. In a cottage there is music, you can hear her father say, "Step it up, Mary, my fond daughter, someday is your wedding day. Sunday is your wedding day. Sunday is your wedding day." Step it up, 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 Mary. Step it up, 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 Mary, if you can. Step it up, step it up, step it up, step it up, Mary, if you can. Step it up, 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 Mary. Step it up, man, my thunder. Step it up, Mary, if you can. Step it up, man, my thunder. Show legs to the countryman. Step it up, man, my thunder. Step it up, Mary, if you can. Step it up, man, my thunder. Show legs. So step it up, man, my thunder. Step it up, Mary, if you can. Step it up, man, my thunder. Show legs to the countryman. Step it up, man, my thunder. Step it up, Mary, if you can. Step it up, man, my thunder. Show legs to the countryman. Hey!
Saia de casa, junte os bebuns, traga cerveja, cachaça e o rum. Beba enquanto puder aguentar, junte-se a nós e comece a cantar. E quando as canecas se chocam, cerveja se espalha no ar. E quando as canecas entornam, o mundo começa a girar. Qualquer bêbado amigo, aqui é meu irmão. Até o último gole, até cair no chão. E quando as canecas se chocam, cerveja se espalha no ar. Quando as canecas entornam, o mundo começa a girar. Qualquer bêbado amigo, aqui é meu irmão. Até o último gole, até cair no chão. Lá, 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 lá. Lá, 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 lá. Cerveja cerveja se espalha no ar. E quando as canecas entornam, o mundo começa a girar. Qualquer bêbado amigo, aqui é meu irmão. Até o último gole, até cair no chão. E quando as canecas se chocam, cerveja se espalha no ar. E quando as canecas entornam, o mundo começa a girar. Qualquer bêbado amigo, aqui é meu irmão. Até o último gole, até cair no chão. Lá, 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 lá. Lá, 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 lá. Lá, 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 lá. Lá, 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 lá. O banjo, a rabeca e o fole a soar. Junte-se a nós para comemorar com a terra celta aqui nesse bar. A festa só para se a serva acabar. E quando as canecas se chocam, cerveja se espalha no ar. E quando as canecas entornam, o mundo começa a girar. Qualquer bêbado amigo, aqui é meu irmão. Até o último gole, até cair no chão. E quando as canecas se chocam, cerveja se espalha no ar. Quando as canecas entornam, o mundo começa a girar. Qualquer bêbado amigo, aqui é meu irmão. Até o último gole, até cair no chão. Lá, 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 lá. Lá, 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 lá. Lá, 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 lá. Lá, 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 lá. Lá, 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 lá. Lá, 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 lá.
Shipmates, come rally and join in my ditty of a terrible battle that happened of late. Let each good Union tar shed a tear of sad pity as he listens to the once gallant Cumberland's fate. It was the 8th day of March, oh, this terrible story, and many a tar to this world bade adieu. But our flag, it was wrapped in a mantle of glory by the heroic deeds of the Cumberland's crew. On that ill-fated day, about 10 in the morning, the sky, it was clear and bright shone the sun. The drums of the Cumberland sounded a warning, bidding each gallant seaman to stand by his gun. An ironclad frigate down on us came bearing, while high in the air her rebel flag flew. A pennant of treason she proudly was waving, determined to conquer the Cumberland's crew.
guns' dreadful thunder, her broadsides like hail, the rebels did pour. But our sailors gazed on, filled with terror and wonder, as our shots struck her side and glanced harmlessly forth. But the pride of our navy could never be daunted, though the dead and the dying on decks they did strew the flag of our union, how proudly she flaunted, sustained by the blood of the Cumberland's crew. 3 hours we fought them with stern resolution, till the rebels found cannon could never decide. The flag of secession had no power to gall them, though the blood from her scuppers did crimson the tide. Then she struck us amidships, our planks she did sever, her sharp iron prong pierced our noble ship through. And still though she splintered and lifted hard over, we'll die at our guns, cried the Cumberland's crew. So slowly they sank neath Virgilia's dark waters, and their voices on earth will ne'er be heard more. They'll be mourned by Columbia's brave sons and fair daughters. May their blood be avenged on Virgilia's shore. In their battle-stained graves they are silently lying, their souls have forever to each bade adieu, but the star-spangled banner above them is still flying, for it was nailed to the mast by the Cumberland's crew.
Oh, Sally, my dear, it's you I'd be kissing. Oh, Sally, my dear, it's you I'd be kissing. She smiled at me plain, you don't know what you're missing. Oh, Sally, my dear, I wish I could wed you. Oh, Sally, my dear, I wish I could wed you. She
Et c'était la dernière toune de la soirée. Merci à tous d'avoir été là. J'espère que vous avez apprécié. Là-dessus, je vais vous dire que nous serons en musique quand même mardi prochain. Dimanche, Capitaine Smooth sera en onde. Je serai peut-être avec. Ça va dépendre de mon temps. Et tout ça pour vous dire que je vous souhaite à tous un Machenli Vendrasta.